Morning, all of you. Today I will start the second lecture based on analog communication, and in this lecture we will basically discuss about modulation technique. So basic things of modulation technique. So before starting the topic, I have to know that is what is modulation. So to understand the term modulation, giving you three cases. The first one is, suppose you are in class and your teacher is taking the class and you have to communicate with your friend without interference of the teacher. That means teacher will not know about your conversation. So what will you do? So in this slide you will see that you are just whispering to your friends here with very low voice. So in this case you have to slow down or low down your volume so that teacher can't hear your conversation. Okay. Now the second case, suppose I am saying that please go a place either with bicycle or motorcycle or bike. So what vehicle you will choose? So depending upon the situation, suppose the destination is about more than 10 kilometers from your position, so obviously you will choose bike. And if suppose the destination is about 200 to 100 meters, then obviously you will choose bicycle. So depending on the distance you will choose the vehicle or mode of transportation. Next one is, suppose you are playing cricket and in field you have to give instruction to your co-player. So what will you do? You will just shout his name and give him the instruction in which portion of field he should be placed. So in these three cases, first cases you observe that you are slowing down your voice or volume. In second case, that is depending on the distance you will choose the mode of transportation, or depending upon the situation you will choose the mode of transportation. One transportation is giving you the faster transmission, another one is giving you the slow transmission. Next, in third case, that is whenever you have to send your message to your friends, okay, from a very long distance, then what will you do? You just raise your voice or you just throw your signal with your high volume so that the signal will be delivered to your friend. So in these three cases, first one is changing the volume, second one is changing the speed, and third one is also changing the volume. So in three cases, that is you are just editing your normal voice or normal speed depending upon the situation without altering the actual message, the message which you want to send to your friends in classroom. By whispering also you will send the message. Okay, the message which you want to deliver to someone, no matter what transportation you will choose, either bike or cycle, the message will be delivered to your friends. And in third case, no matter what distance in between you and your friends, but you are raising your volume so that the message signal will be delivered to your friends. So this phenomena is known as modulation. So if we will go for the basic definition of the modulation, then we will find that modulation is the process where the carrier signal is changing its parameter Okay, in accordance with instantaneous value of modulating signal. Okay, in the first case, in the first slide, in the first case, the carrier signal is whispering. The second case, the carrier signal is bike or cycle, and in the third case, your loud voice is the carrier signal. So carrier signal is changing its parameter in accordance with instantaneous value of the modulating signal. Now my question is, what parameter should be changed of carrier signal? So mainly a signal consisting of three basic parameters, that is amplitude, frequency and phase. So carrier signal also will change its amplitude or frequency or phase in accordance with the instantaneous values of modulating signal. And remember one thing, this parameter, among this parameter, only one parameter can be changed at a time. Not all the parameters will be changed at a time, but only one parameter will be changed at a time, and the remaining or rest two parameters will be constant or will be unaltered. Okay, so this is the basic definition of modulation technique. And in carrier signal, now we will move for carrier signal, that is carrier signal which carries the message without interfering with the message signal. Okay, in the first slide, well, whatever transportation mode you will choose, bike or cycle, that bike or cycle will never interfere with your message signal. Suppose in on online shopping site, the delivery boy will deliver you the item, so he will come with the bike, so his bike never interfere with the item. Okay, he will just deliver the item to the receiver by the bike, and bike will be the carrier signal, or the delivery boy with the bike is the carrier signal. So now move to the definition of carrier signal. What we will see, suppose I am giving you an example saying that write an application to the higher authority of the institute and send it via postal service. So what will you do? First of all, you will write the application on A4 paper. Next is, this A4 paper will be folded and insert in an envelope, and then the envelope will send to the particular address, that is your higher authority. So now in this slide you will see that whenever your A4 signal, you are writing your entire application on A4 paper, the A4 paper itself is a signal. So this signal has to be sent from your end to the higher authority. So now you have to fold the message signal or A4 paper, and you put that A4 paper inside an envelope, and this envelope will work as a carrier. So this envelope never knows what is written on the A4 paper or what type of message is written on the A4 paper. Its work to deliver your message from your end to higher authorities desk. So if we are going to define the carrier signal, it is defined as, the carrier signal is a high frequency signal which has certain amplitude, frequency and phase but contains no information. Okay, as I told, the envelope never knows what is written on the A4 paper, so that means the envelope has no information. with it. So it is an empty signal and it is only used to carry the signal from sender to receiver end. Okay, all clear? Now why we are going to use modulation? So suppose if we are not going to modulate, then if you are going to whisper, if you are going to send message to your friend inside a classroom, okay, in the presence of faculty or teacher, then what will be happen? Yeah, you are just conversation. You are just doing your conversation with your normal voice. Then the teacher also hear your voice. Okay, so this is the reason why we are using modulation. So baseband signal is incompatible for direct transmission. For such signal, to travel a longer distance, the strength of the signal has to be increased. And how it will be increased? By using the high frequency carrier wave, which will not affect the parameters of your message signal. So that's why we are using modulation. Now what is the advantage of modulation? First of all, reduction of antenna size. Because if you will not using any carrier signal, you will want to send your message signal directly to the sender, then you have to use the antenna for the transmission, and more distance you have to cover. Your length should be much more higher than the normal one. Depending upon the distance, the antenna length will be increased. If distance will be increased, antenna size will be increased. So if we are not using any carrier signal, so we have to increase the antenna length, so which is much more difficult for long distance message transmission. So for that purpose, if we are using modulation, we no need to use very long antennas. So it will reduce the size of the antennas. Next is no signal missing. Suppose you are going to send the application to the higher authority and you are just using A4 paper, and I am also giving another application on A4 paper without any envelope. So what will happen? My A4 paper and your A4 paper may be mixed whenever higher authority will receive the A4 paper. Higher authority will receive the message. So signal mixing is avoided using modulation technique, because I am sending the application and you are sending the application, and both we are using envelope. So envelope will avoid the mixing of the signals. So no signal will be mixed or interfering with other signal can be avoided. Next is increased communication range. Okay, suppose simply I am sending A4 paper to the higher authority. Now suppose I am in Dumka and you are in Ranchi. So you have to write the application to me. So it is very difficult to send the application by only through only A4 paper. So if you are going to cover the A4 paper and encapsulate it in by the envelope, and then you will send to me through postal media or through postal mode, then range of the communication will be increased. Now you can send that application with envelope to me or any other authority, which is suppose one other authority is in Delhi. So you can simply using postal mode, you can simply send the application to the Delhi also. So increase the communication range. Or by using only A4 paper, you can pass the application for a certain distance. But whenever you are using carrier signal and envelope the A4 paper inside, envelope the A4 paper, then you can send it wherever you want to send. Next is multiplexing of signal. This will be discussed in few later class. The possibility of bandwidth adjustment. Adjustment of the bandwidth is possible because the mode of sending the letter to the authority is totally depending on you. Whenever you are, whether you will choose registry mail, or wherever you will choose email, or whether you will choose speed post, that is depends on you. So bandwidth, you can adjust your bandwidth. अगर तुम्हें जल्दी जल्दी वो एप्लीकेशन पहुंचाना है, you will choose speed post. ठीक है. अगर तुम्हें उतना जल्दी नहीं है तो नॉर्मल पोस्ट में तुम उसको भेज सकते हो. अगर तुम्हें जल्दी भी नहीं है और ज्यादा लेट भी नहीं करना चाहते हो तो तुम क्या करोगे, उसको बाय रजिस्टर्ड मेल तुम उसको भेज सकते हो. ओके. नाउ improve reception quality. Suppose you are sending the A4 paper to me without any acknowledgement. ठीक है. Then you will not know when I will get the message, whether I am getting the message or not. If I am not going to acknowledge you, you never know the fact. But in modulation, what happened? An acknowledgement will be sent to the sender from receiver end. So whenever receiver receives the message, at that moment receiver will send an acknowledgement to the sender, so the sender confirm that the sender will confirm that yes, my message has been sent to the receiver. So improve reception quality. So these are the advantages of modulation technique. Now these are the types of the modulation technique which I will discuss in next class. So these are the types of modulation technique, various types of modulation technique depending upon the types of the signal. Okay, so that much for today. Next class I will discuss about types of modulation. Okay, thank you all.